Thank you for coming on today and sharing your story. There are so many out there that need to hear that they can build an online business even with a full-time job. So take us back to what you had already been doing. So you already had created an online course and you were doing some one-on-one coaching before SOMBA Kickstart. So tell us, take us back maybe 6 months or so.
Yeah. So in April last year, I started to offer online courses and one-on-one coaching for people who wanted to lose weight. And I maybe have to take you a little bit further back why I was doing that, because I'm a midwife and have been midwife for almost 20 years. And I have been working at the hospital in the labor and delivery, and I have actually been the head midwife for 9 years. And I decided to quit my job at the hospital in 2021, but I didn't actually have a plan, what I was going to do. So it was always like in the back of my head to have a plan B about helping people to lose weight. And that was just like something I really wanted to do, both to help people, mostly women, but I was open to helping men as well. So I had this that was like my plan B, because I didn't know what I was going to do. But then after I quit my job at the hospital, I got a new job as a midwife. So this was just still in the back of my head. But I started, the first course I offered was in April, and I had 10 people at the course, and it was mainly on Zoom, and I didn't have any a group support with Facebook. It was mainly email and a lot of work for me. And so even if I call it was an online course, it was more like one-on-one coaching. So with very little revenue, but a lot of work for me.
Yes. So when you saw the possibility of actually creating a real online course with less work and no one-on-one, you were excited about that.
Yeah, actually, that I can tell you a story about that, because I didn't know about you when I was starting doing this. So, and my husband, who is listening to the radio every day, I hardly never listen to the radio. He was listening to an interview with you in a radio show, Bilkan. I think it was in late August or the beginning of September. Yes. And then you were talking about your new book, and also about how you should do it the right way, and offering online courses. And he just called me when he had listened to this, and he said, "You have to listen to this woman. See, you have to learn from her, because she knows what she is doing." So then, of course, I listened to the interview and heard about your new book, and we were just planning our holiday. And I decided just to buy the book and got it directly to my iPad as a Kindle version. So because I usually don't have so much time to read, I'm just working a lot and all kinds of other things. So I used my my holiday to read the book, and it just took me a few days, and I was just, okay, this is a great book, but I have to learn more from the woman in red. That's what came up to my mind. And so I started to take a look at the courses, and nobody needed to convince me. I knew when I read about it that this was something that I really wanted to do.
Wow. So you didn't need any convincing, and we're also not in the convincing business.
No.
So you had started, but you knew it was still not the right type of online business yet, and you wanted to find a way how you could scale. So you didn't have any hesitation then joining the program?
No, maybe. I mean, it is for me, it was a lot of money. So I was just thinking, okay, can I get this money back? And I said, yeah, probably. If I will do things, if I will learn to do things right, I can. And I can see that I will.
Yes. Yeah, you were determined. So you came into the program and you were still with this idea of helping people lose weight. So what was your free 4-week online course about? Yeah, it was the name of the course was Lighter in 4 weeks. So it was about losing weight and about telling people
what to eat in what amount, and also giving people all kinds of advices how to stay on the right track, and positive support, and and also what I learned in SOMBA Kickstart was to to focus on the ideal client, and so I decided to focus on women. So women, the majority of my clients, I only had one man, but there are a little bit different concepts and a little bit different amounts of food you can eat. So it was easier, and so I'm very happy to be focusing only on women, and that's what I would like to do.
Yes, and before SOMBA Kickstart, your ideal client wasn't really defined. It was just anybody who wanted to lose weight, right?
Yeah. So now I want to focus on women. Yeah.
So the course was I love the name of the course, Lighter in 4 weeks, because you're not promising that they lose 10 kilos, but
no.
you promise that they will feel and weigh maybe lighter. Yeah. I love that. How many signups did you have?
187.
187, great. And how did you find these people? Post on social media or?
Yes, so maybe I was lucky because I have a lot of I have a personal profile on Facebook, and I have like 1,400 friends there. So amongst my friends, there are some of my, they are my ideal clients, some of my friends. So, and I also had a lot of shares. I had also created a like page on Facebook to, so I can advertise my
business page.
I have a web page with recipes, in accordance to what I'm doing. So that was helpful. So that's how I did it. I mainly used Facebook, a little bit of Instagram, but I don't have so many followers there, but I used it as well. And then I bought Facebook ads for just few dollars. I mean, it was like
$100 maybe, or
no, not even 100.
Not even $100, $50.
No.
Okay.
Something like
just
that.
to try it out. Yeah, but the thing is, your course, Lighter in 4 weeks, has a good name, and you said the magic word. People shared it with their friends. So it doesn't really matter how many friends you have, but if the name of your course is good and people get excited about it, they share it even without you asking them. Yeah. Okay, so you had people in your free course. How was it compared to the course you ran before, when it was only on Zoom and no Facebook group? What was the difference?
I mean, it was just totally different, because there was like this dynamic in the Facebook group that was great. And also I felt like, wow, I can serve. There was actually like 140 people that ended up joining.
Ended up in the Facebook group. Yeah.
But that was, I felt like it was less work for me to serve all these women than my 10 clients in the courses before. So that was like the magic. So I can say, wow, I can help so many more like this. So and it's also, I mean, this is a passion for me also to help women with this problem, because I have seen a lot of them in my job as a midwife. So, and I now know how dangerous it can be for women to be obese. So I really wanted to help them. Yeah,
but imagine I can see the joy in your face as well. You go from serving 10 people with a lot of work. And then you go and serve 140 people, and it's just feels easy and light.
And also what I started to do with the online courses, and of course, like you tell us to ask the client what they want, so that's also magic. But like we do in SOMBA Kickstart, we have some like a work list, a project, assignments every week. And I implemented that also in my course, and I think that it really helps women to to get on the track, and to help them to solve this problem they have, to have a assignment every week. And also what I did differently in this 4-week course, I didn't actually ask them to start to live a healthier lifestyle this first week. I just asking them to prepare. So I said, don't start yet. But if you know, as you know, Icelandic women, they just want to start now.
Yeah.
And they don't want to wait and they don't want to prepare. So I said, just be patient. You will know more next week. And that's also like you do in SOMBA Kickstart. You don't tell us everything. You just, keep the excitement. So we are just eager to wait for next week. And next week assignment, so we can continue. And I implemented this also in my course, and I think that's beautiful.
That is fantastic. Yeah, of course, through SOMBA Kickstart, we are not just teaching what to do, but you see by watching us how you can really create a course where people take action, get things done, and actually finish the program.
Yeah.
So then you made an offer for an upsell. What was the upsell offer?
Yeah, that was lighter in 8 weeks.
Lighter in 8 weeks. Well,
yeah.
You go on with the theme.
Yeah. So, and that was, I had this, just like you said, it was 3%, but then I sold one more spot afterwards. And so I turned out to be the conversion rate of 3.7%.
3.7, okay.
But I'm very happy about that. So, but then I also see the possibilities in selling lighter in 4 weeks. So, and I have already started my first course, but I really didn't get as many participants as I would have wanted, but I will work on that.
Yeah. So you sold, how many spots did you sell then for your 8-week course, the upsell?
Yeah, 7.
7 spots. Yeah. And what was the price point?
What was the price for the course? It's around $500.
Around $500.
Yeah.
What do you think you will do next when you sell this 8-week course next time? Will you have the same price?
I think so. Yes, I think so. I felt like it was maybe too high, but now I decided to keep it like that.
Yeah.
I think I will keep it like that. I think this might be the limit.
Yeah. So you are planning to have 40,000 in revenue this year from your online business?
Yes.
Exciting. And you still work full time?
Yes.
Or have you? Yes.
Yeah, I do so, but I have some flexibility in my work. So if I will ask for like a time off, I can get that.
Yeah.
So I would just like to see my business growing, but I also love my job. But maybe I would like to mix it a little bit. I can
do
some
both.
delivery work. So but that can be like also exhausting to do it all day. So, but I love to work from home, and so I will just see how things will turn out. At least my plan B is growing.
Yeah. So there are some people maybe watching or listening to this interview and thinking like, okay, how were you able to do SOMBA Kickstart with a full-time job? So can you just give us a little bit of a peek into when you did the assignments or how you kind of managed your day?
That's just I just have to prioritize things, and I just prioritized the assignments in SOMBA Kickstart. So it was just a good time in my life. I just came home from holiday when it started, so there was no big obligations for me at that time other than, of course, work every day. And then I got a great support from my husband, who had encouraged me to do all this.
Yes, thank you from me to him.
So I said, you have to support me in this, and he truly did. So and still is. So that was it's just a matter of prioritizing things, and I did that. So and I just loved it. I mean, I'm like a work you love. It doesn't feel like work. So I was just like very excited every Monday after work to take a look at the assignments and what to do. So I just dived in and I loved it. So yeah,
absolutely wonderful. Let's see if we have any questions. Let me see. let's see. I don't know if there are questions directly. There's just a lot of comments
Okay.
into the chat here.
Yeah.
But we have asked you about your courses. So your plan for the year, you are planning to, do people have to have done the 4-week course first, or
Yes.
could they potentially do the 8-week course right away?
Yeah, no, like I have set it up, they have to do the 4-week course first.
Yeah.
So that's also because it is like the method that I'm using, it involves a lot of work on the behalf of the participants for, because you're changing the lifestyle. And what I'm encouraging women to do is to make their meals more often at home. And I mean, that doesn't suit all people. So
No.
I really want to, introduce it in those 4 weeks, and then they can see if this is something they really want. But then, and that's, and in the 4-week course, I really teach a lot of how. Yeah. And in the 8-week course, I teach more why. And that's to help them to sustain and to keep on with the lifestyle, because the more you know about the why, I mean, it's good for you to eat in a certain way, then you're more likely to do that in the future. So, yeah.
There's a question here. Is it a problem to make the paid course tied to the freebie, like in Anna's case? Well, yeah, the question is because I often say you ideally have a course that has a outcome, and then you have another course with an outcome, and there's the next step. And it ideally doesn't sound like the same thing. Now, the naming of your course sounds a little bit like the same thing, but it depends how you message it. Not just the title of the course. It's like, what do you write on the page when you explain it to people what the course is about? If you can clearly explain that this is a different program, we're going to cover this and that, which we didn't do in the other course, then it's totally fine. Or did you have any issues with that, Anna, that it sounded similar?
No, because I mean, the access was, of course, only to the people who attended the 4-week course.
Yeah.
So, and I will make sure that I will introduce the 8-week course for everybody who will attend the 4-week course.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, but that might change. I don't know. We have to just find out.
Exactly. It's all involvement.
Yeah.
What is the time difference between you finishing the 4-week free course and you started with the 8-week paid course?
Now, because of the timing, December is not a good time to start, a healthy course. So I decided that the 4-week course ended in SOMBA, was it at the end of November? Yes, and then the 8-week course started yesterday.
I really so you can have 4 weeks, 6 weeks between. But normally, if this is in the middle of the year and it's a regular month, it's not summer holiday or, Christmas. Yeah. A lot of people just have 2 weeks between to start the program. Yeah.
And maybe because you have been talking about social media, I tried to put in some content, and as I have this webpage for recipe, I consider that as my content, as that is also supporting all those who have been on those courses with me and people who want just to get to know me. So I might want to do some more content later. So about something about the healthy lifestyles, write some blogs about that. But still, it's only recipes, but they are beautiful and they are supporting.
Yeah, it's all a journey. You have just started not a long time ago, and I think that's also the purpose with our different interviews is that some people are at the beginning of their online business journey. Some have been in online business for years, and we all are on our own path, and overnight success is 10 years in the making, as we know. One last question. Now we're getting more questions. How did you decide the price point of $500?
Yeah, that was just...
Was it like this?
Yes, like you told me. Yeah, I was just, that was just like this. Yeah, and I was, the day after I announced it, I was like, oh, it's too high. I was thinking like that. But then I said, okay, I'm, my time is valuable.
Yeah.
And I have a lot to give and a lot to teach. So, and I thought to myself, I don't want to do this if I can sell it for this price.
Yes, yes. So that's how she came to the price. It was like, what makes you feel good? It has a lot to do with your self-worth as well, not to undervalue your time and your energy. And over time, you also win the confidence of raising your prices. So I have no doubts that the prices of her programs will go up too. I think there was just a question. How did you convince your husband to give you support, and in what way did he support you? Well, she just shared in the interview, you might have to go back if you missed it, that he actually told her about me and he was convincing her and not the other way around. So, but what did that support look like?
From him?
Yeah, was he cooking for you?
Yeah, everything else but cooking, because I do all the cooking in this house. But he maybe took the dog out more often. He went to the shops and buy the food, and so he took care of everything he could. So yeah,
great.
And also just the mindset. I mean, and he believed in me, and he believes in me doing this. So that's also good. So yeah,
that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. So I think that are all the questions. Anna, thank you for coming on today. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the best, and I'm excited to see what you create this year.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for everything you have taught me.